a push out of the pocket here as a pistol strat. Only problem being that it has gone awry. ENCE horning it off, getting 2 early openings here already in the pistol round.
Indeed. Now, there is reinforcements close by, and that bomb has had to make one hell of a journey over as well. That bomb has been on a pilgrimage from A to B, finally arriving, but it does mean that Guild have had time to rally the troops over towards this site. Player disadvantage with KiTKaT taking that little chunk of health is going to be difficult.
Oh, they're taking such a big hit. Does take 1 kill home, so technically 2v3 not impossible, but the headshots will have to start flying while bullets are running out these USPs very, very soon. Nothing that Guild can do. And ENCE once again off to a strong start.
They are indeed. We saw them take last pistol round, and then we saw them take almost every round of that half subsequently as well. Now, difficult to lose the pistol round as a CT, starting on CT. It puts you in a very difficult place financially, where you can upgrade a couple of these pistols, but you really don't want to. We can see a single flashbang, all they are willing to invest into this one. ENCE Athena, however, nice load of utility, couple of nice guns here as well. We do see Emson on that AK, maybe going to be leading the charge with it a bit. They have, unfortunately, gamble stacked here, Guild, and that's the thing with gamble stacks, is sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and on this one, they have, in fact, lost. They've still got that 1 flashbang, so we could be hopeful, but we have a look at Zia here, pushed up. They are just going to filter on into her. How many is she going to be able to get? Gets the first, spams for the second, third as well. A little bit of backup there from Aida. And it is going to be a clean conversion round here. Throw in the nade for good luck, but you could see the shock on their faces as well in the player cams. They weren't expecting that. Bit of team damage. There's our team kill for the day.
Yeah.
But I love their reaction to that. Just oops.
I mean, Aida's off to a strong start. I mean, the kill feed said 4, but she technically has, I guess, 5 kills with this.
Technically, it's so beautiful. I'm so sad. Do we get the player? There we go. You get the reaction.
Yeah, not quite ready for that one. Oh, on the flip side though, look at this usual damage. Wow, 2 players almost burning alive and now being picked up by the SMG. This is a great start for Guild.
It is indeed, and it's early on, which does mean ENCE has a little bit of time to try turn this around, but with half of their team already melted, what can you do? This map control really solid here from Guild. They've got eyes on mid. They've got eyes all the way on A as well. And suddenly a little bit of a difficult affair here. We could see Emson a little bit hesitant to move forward, just going to be holding this angle from afar. And Guild just content to sit back and wait for now. No need to push, no need to take any unnecessary casualties or fights. Nice nade.
Gotta love
the nade damage from ENCE has been amazing. Not necessarily always onto the right team, but lovely flash there.
Oh, that's really lovely. Forces out D7, and now they need to see if they can follow up, but KiTKaT is holding her ground on that B-bomb site, and sure, eventually will be found, but so much damage has been done, leaving Zia now in a 1 versus 3, only, well, 16 seconds left on the clock. It seems like an impossible task, and, well, Zia wants to escape, almost made that impossible for her as well. Will throw down a smoke and hopes to stand her ground here. Might be hunted down, but then again, also on the side of Guild, there's not the most of money yet, so they will leave the hunt as is.
I think it was KiTKaT there not quite able to get the final kill for the ace there. But good showing nonetheless. I think I saw an AWP flash up for a second. There we go. We've got it on Anna. First of the map. Now, we said last map we didn't really see the AWPs having as much impact. We didn't see them being bought necessarily as much. So I will be curious to see if maybe we see a bit of a switch up here. Maybe, you know, CT side Anubis. This might be where Aida can finally shine a little bit. Just lining up the shot.
Ooh, wow. Completely out-aiming the AWP there. Honor has had a bit of a rough start on the previous map as well. Hopefully next round can be better, but not quite out of the round just yet. 4v5 not impossible at all, and already CTs are gearing up, swarming the side, getting really close. Oh, but this is perfect. A wraparound from miLo, keeping the CTs busy even before they've set foot onto the site.
Indeed, and they are going to be forced away here as well. Whether they get to escape is another thing. miLo there, ooh, just looking away at the wrong second there. Going to have their back turned. Don't know if miLo spotted them. Here's the footsteps, at least gets the kill, and it's just pullox left. And ENCE, they may have conceded that one round, albeit a bonus round for them. But they are coming right back, and we can see that AWP has indeed been picked up by Zia. And pullox just has to try stay alive here, and whilst they might not necessarily be hunting outright for this, does still have to be careful. The bomb radius on Ancient is crazy.
It is. Similar on Inferno, and yeah. Ugh.
Change the bomb radius, please.
It stinks. It really stinks.
One day we'll have left hand back. One day.
One day,
maybe we won't.
This game will just be perfect.
We're fixing things slowly, but it is slowly.
A step at a time. That's the key. You can't change anything or everything in one go.
Although maybe we need to be careful because we asked for them to add Bob back, and then they added Bob back, and it was not the same Bob that left us.
True.
Like, I don't know what happened there. It was some weird cousin that you didn't even know existed. That's what happened. But Nia, a Deagle to defend the site with, gets a nice tag, spamming it away, but not able to find the kill just yet. I say that, gets the pick onto Waddy, but Aida gonna take down the teammate in exchange, and that nade absolutely perfect.
These nades have been absolutely brilliant on the side of ENCE thus far. But who knows? It is a 3-on-3 after all. pullox has managed to find an M4.
They've managed to pull this back definitely a lot more than we thought they would, especially given the fact that they were on naught, but a couple of pistols. And they picked up a second rifle to go for this as well. KiTKaT spots the run through the smoke, does manage to take down miLo. And that's one from pullox as well. That's just Zia left. Just has to try delay this. Another beautiful nade as well. Has the angle, hits the shot. Here's the bomb being tapped. And I think it's too late now here for KiTKaT. Either way, just has to retreat. And that's Zia seeing that everything has been all cleared. Just has to try get themselves out of dodge, keep themselves alive. I'm going to run back, make sure that KiTKaT has no opportunity to try take that fight. And that's a 4th round for ENCE Athena.
Yeah, we do see these rounds getting closer and closer, which is a really, really good sign. But still, the scoreline
that was
a ramp up.
That was an eco as well for Guild. They had very little investment going into this. So actually a solid round from all things considered. Maybe if they'd had better weapons, we would have seen something a little different, but that was not the case. Good signs of life, however. We need to see them be able to convert that into round wins. And Nia going to be pushed from both sides. Not able to win out either of those fights. Aida, I think, might have flushed themselves a little bit there.
All good. ENCE is able to escape. And Anna with the AWP as well. A very difficult position there to re-aggress. Just has to hold her ground. Hope they walk into her. But ENCE take it slow. Regroup. And discussing what they want to do next. KiTKaT, though, in the process, does pick up miLo. Now, miLo has been found often lurking. So I think with this, they are looking to rotate another player over. But still, for the time being, it is only Ana right here on the side. Had a bit of an awkward situation behind the box, and now does fall. D7, the next one to fall. And certainly Gil's defense looking somewhat weak, but maybe not quite impossible. ENCE is relatively low, but even with Aida having 12 HP, she holds the ground. She still stands. ENCE manages to get that bomb planted, and now KiTKaT in a 1 versus 2.
This is good though as well. If they can get the kill onto Zia, onto Aida, sorry, then Zia's in a really difficult position here, and that Molotov is going to be absolutely huge. Taps the bomb, draws out the players, but look at that. Plenty of time to push on round. Has their teammates back, gets the trade kill, and that's our 5th round. We talked about the trades being incredible from ENCE, and that has not stopped. That is very much carried over between maps.
Yeah, the confidence certainly is back on the table. But I do have to admit, Guild continuously do seem to surprise me, especially early round now. But often they do lose already a lot of players in the process, and what looks like a bright beginning is often sort of falling apart. Well, this time not quite a bright beginning. Of course, pistols for the majority here on the table. So I don't really expect anything less really from ENCE to make this, well, anything but clean. So this is looking good. Starting to feel a bit like Mirage though, where ENCE was really starting to pick up the pace, really making sure that there was nothing slipping through the cracks. And if this is starting to become a pattern, man, it's going to be extremely difficult for Guild to come back.
I feel like we're already seeing a better showing from Guild early on this map. But we're going to have the same issue that if they let too many rounds to the point in the first half, everything becomes so much more difficult. And if they switch on online on the second sort of half, then it's already a bit too late sometimes with how many rounds have slipped through. And they just push themselves closer and closer. And it means that every round is less they have to do when Guild is warming up to the map a little bit. But already seeing better signs of life here on this map. And whilst the scoreline is 1-6, I don't think it does it quite justice. Little tussle in mid here. Pullox is going to have a lot to do. If they can get another kill, might stop the onslaught, but taken down there. They spot the mid player near, forced back as well. And that is the A site once again falling. Pick onto D7, however. Pick from D7, sorry. It's going to sneak around the back a little bit here. That bomb also gone down in quite a weird place. They aren't going to be trying to hold on to it, however. Choosing to forego holding the bomb for sort of readjusting, pushing back towards this site.
Very important kill. And yeah, might be able to get the control going in towards middle, really shutting things down. And the bomb's still in, well, a bit of an awkward spot. Instead, Molly will push. That's very crucial to be getting that kill home. But now, final question, where is D7 hiding?
Not got much time, has to go straight for A. And if D7 can just stop this plant going down.
Oh, this is perfect, right in front of her. Yeah, that's pretty much just a gift handed to you.
It is indeed. And it was, you know, wide out in the open. Unfortunately, didn't spot the player right behind them. And that's the second round for Guild. Already doing better. Already doing better. And there's a couple hit holding onto mid there. Nia, absolutely the linchpin of that round there. Getting as many kills as they did, delaying the time as much as they did, gave D7 the perfect opportunity to close that one out. Handed on a silver platter. But the money on ENCE Athena is good. They are going to be able to immediately rebuy here. So not any breathing room for Guild just yet. Now, a lot more proactive from Guild here. Look how far they've pushed up and how much map control they have. They've just forced ENCE Athena right back.
Yeah, these smokes as well make it so difficult to smoke bottom mid. Now, Pullox is right behind him, but only an SMG, but good for one, make it a double, maybe even more. Actually, it's Arna sneaking away with one of them. But this is so good. And you'd expect that a trade, at least one would be able to come out here for ENCE. But yeah, these two remaining players, surely they know what's waiting around the corner for them. But yeah, it's just a complete slaughter in this case.
It is. Here's what's waiting around the corner is a hail of bullets. But this is really good coming out from Guild Eagles. And they've actually, with this round, managed to secure themselves maybe a little bit of an easier rest of the half here. The money now for ENCE Athena going to be shaky. They've broken that economy, and what was built up from a really nice sort of round streak here has dissipated. But they've got to continue. ENCE, they've already secured themselves 6 rounds. So for the rest of this half is just trying to get as much on the board as you can. But they've already done a pretty good job here. I think they're just going to try fast hit B. Ooh, going back into spawn with the bomb. Maybe rebuy something. D7. So much to do, but if they decide to push on up here, may just be awarded the ability to hold down the trigger and just flood in the kills.
Oh, that flashbang. So good. And now Guild can just bomb off of it. This is lovely stuff. The U2 on fire here for Guild, really locking in that round. Slowly starting to march a bit closer.
Is indeed. This is, as we said, even when it was, 1-6 on the scoreline, didn't really do justice to the fact that Guild were making rounds expensive. And now, as we said, we wanted to see them convert that into round wins, and they are. Albeit that was against an eco, so we can't put necessarily too much stock into it. But good nonetheless that they managed to sustain very few casualties here. Of course, D7 unfortunately losing their life. But as you said, utility, the HE grenades have been awesome today. So many nade kills this map alone. We had a couple of cheeky ones over on Mirage as well. But that's something that I really like. I feel like the HEs have definitely found a bit more of a place in CS2. I'm seeing them do so much more. And I appreciate it. I appreciate a good bit of utility.
For sure.
I'm waiting for the decoy meta. It's coming. One day it'll come.
The decoy, of course, did receive its own update, but just not as impactful as the grenade is now to smoke. Like a nade smoke combo is just so good. I love it. It's got to be my favorite thing about the CS2 update was I love that the nades part the smoke. Because the crazy stuff that you see pulled off the back of it also means that there's a lot of team damage as well, because you've got to be pretty close to where you nade the smoke to be able to sort of peek around it necessarily, but... Talking of brilliant nades, that is about to be an absolute doozy, and it is indeed. Half health on Emson. Got a bit on Woolsey, and has a little bit of a gap up here, so he is going to be able to catch... The player not able to quite convert that into a kill, but over on the B bomb site, everything is going down. There is fire everywhere, there's smoke everywhere. Bomb site has fallen. Anna gonna get ahead of that smoke. Oh, if she can find her exit, struggling there. And miLo still stands tall. 2 players so incredibly low. But with those 2 players still standing, there's a massive advantage now for ENCE. Bomb being planted in the process. And now, what do Nia and D7 do? There's no U2 anymore. Just have to do it with bare aim. They do find one. That is at least miLo. But Zaya over towards Long and the crossfire set up. It is near to perfect. And ENCE find a 7th.
They do indeed. That means that no matter how this last round goes, they've won at the half. Good position to be in going on to CT side of Ancient. Of course, this is their map pick. So I'm hoping that we see some nice little setups coming out when they're on CT side. And the buy isn't necessarily amazing. They've got good utility. There is a Galil there, which is, never ideal. But as far as final rounds go, they've put themselves in a pretty good position. Guild, lovely by themselves to make this competitive. What a flashbang, but really doesn't help them. KiTKaT's going to be the first to fall here.
I think it was a team flash.
I think it might have been, yeah.
Yeah, considering... Oh, well. Second flash coming into effect, and, well, that's why you have 2-player setups. Great trade. And ENCE, well, honestly, similar like over on Mirage, they never really seem to fill those trades.
Lovely adjustment there. Gets the kill on Waldy. That gives them a lot of room to work with, and they can sort of pincer them here. Gig could stop them just getting onto site, but with Emson hitting the shots like that, not going to happen. Nia dinked, forced back as well, but they're going to run her down.
Oh, good damage, though. Only problem being, it's just Anna left alive. So much util. Well, Anna certainly knows what's going to be up. Flash. Lovely timing on that. So, can't quite peek the bomb planter, but maybe someone getting off of it. Someone peeking instead, though. It will be Xayah with the op to win out the duel instead. 8-4, and ENCE is once again off to the races.
Thought I knew what I knew, cause I knew ya. But you take away my love, and now I'm lost. I thought I knew you were true, then I learned how to see it. It's like I've broken through the wall. No, I can breathe, take the weight up, and I can see past the pain of us. Speechless with me when I try every time. I won't wait around for your words to come and knock me down. No, I won't scream and shout, I'll just leave it alone. I don't know what it's like leaving everything behind. Your love isn't easy. I thought I knew we were through, my heart's racing, that I can't take this love. I give up. I thought I knew how to choose, I don't wanna be lonely. Can we just try to carry on? But I can live in this moment if I can see past the pain of us. Yeah, I'll find some relief when I try to decide. I won't wait around for your words to come and knock me down. No, I won't scream and shout, I'll just leave it alone. I don't know what it's like leaving everything behind. Your love isn't easy. No, I can breathe, take the weight up. I can see past the pain of us. Yeah, you're speechless for me when I try every time. I won't wait around for your words to come and knock me down. No, I won't scream and shout, I just leave it alone. I don't know what it's like leaving everything behind. Your love isn't easy. I won't wait around for your words to come and knock me down. No, I won't scream and shout, I just leave it alone. I don't know what it's like leaving everything behind. Your love isn't easy.
Well, ENCE is once again off to a great start, but Guild is certainly making this a much more competitive affair, and I do hope that they can crawl back, give it everything they got now in this second half, or else this is going to be, well, quite a quick affair.
It is already looking better at the half then, of course, on map number 1. And if they could take a pistol round, I have a feeling that they have a good chance of closing this gap up, making this map even more competitive. ENCE, however, probably not going to want to let that happen as well. Wadi primed and ready. Flashed off the angle, unfortunately, that will allow them onto site there and taken down. But reinforcements already here.
On the way. Only
But it's
problem
all a
being
ruse.
the bomb.
It's all a ruse.
The bomb not quite there. And now ENCE about to witness what the plan was all along. They do manage to get the 1 kill in the form of Nia. But, well, not going to be the most optimal retake. A 2 versus 4. There is a kit. There is a smoke and a flash and a nade. But now you lost your teammate as well.
As you said, they've got so much available to them to make this happen, but they just don't have the players and the bodies. And look at that, from behind, Ana will take them down. And they have been quite possibly bamboozled there, ENCE.
Yeah, that was a really nice setup.
The fake,
So immediately
so well sold.
Yeah, I mean, they made just so much noise. It caused the instant rotation. And to be fair, ENCE have been doing really good considering, or taking into account how the pistol rounds have been going thus far. And also on Mirage, they were maybe just to sort of letting the bomb plan happen and then go for a retake. Only in this time, the read wasn't as strong as before.
They are all just huddled up here, having a nice little party. Whereas elsewhere on the map, fire is raining, as you can see, execute not to be there. There's nobody home, doing their due diligence nonetheless. pullox, really nice position here to punish the rotates. Gets the first, gets ready for the second, gonna get the second, run down by the third, but the backup of Nia shuts this down immediately. Gonna go for the final one, gets it, and that is a clean second round.
And this is the one we like to see. Immediately shutting it down, leaving no window of opportunity here for ENCE to kind of steal anything away. And with that, it does make the scoreline a bit closer again. So now Guild is starting to ramp up, get the confidence back on the board. If this next round is going to be going the way of Guild, that is exactly what you want, the perfect scenario. But of course, ENCE Athena have a buy of their own. Still not going to be the most optimal one. Still 2 times an SMG into their hands. But still plenty of firepower.
Indeed, indeed. But the perfect setup for, they struggled on both pistol rounds. On both maps. So to see them start strong here is definitely promising. Gives them a bit more of a chance to make sure that this gap doesn't widen any further. And switching up the pace a little bit. Gonna have to be careful. Caught with utility out. KiTKaT good for 1. Gonna be run down by miLo, however. And fights going on. 1 in donut as well. Trade's going 1 for 1 perfectly across the map here. pullox looking to put an end to that as well. But it's actually Voldy gets 2. And we are on even numbers, even footing. That bomb gonna go down. Sweet D7 running on over to try help.
Well, pullox will be put to the test. Both players around the corner here towards donut. Oh, not quite able to stand the ground on that one. D7 activated, ready. Will throw out the nade. Quite perfect. With that, an easy kill to find. Fake flash with the pistol and actually scared Sia away. Oh, the lineup is perfect. Guild take the 7th round home.
That was absolutely incredible. And as you said, the flashbang with the pistol working as well. I'll be honest, if I saw something flying at me, I'd also probably freak out a little bit. But beautifully played. The nade as well. The timing on it, just so good. And yeah, killing the defuser through the smoke. Well played. And unfortunately, ENCE Athena back on pistols once again. Almost the mirror opposite of what we've seen so far this series. The AWP out for Aida.
Util
KiTKaT
back and forth.
I was going to say, KiTKaT's taken so much space, and the Util definitely being drawn out. There's not much left here from the side of ENCE. Not that there was much to begin with. Spam, gonna be good. Lot of damage done there. They're just gonna retreat, happy with what they've done so far, not wanting to lose their life in any sort of fruitless attempt here. Holding on to this angle may be rewarded as well.
We know what the pistols can do. But yeah, ENCE were perhaps hoping to cause a bit of a trajectory change with that early utility, only for Guild to kind of go back to their original game plan, which is this B-bomb site. And they're going to be swarming it thus far. Anderson does get a very nice early opening kill, and the damage continues. I have to admit, D7 quite low. What more can ENCE do with these pistols? Ideally, try to get a weapon or two away, especially with Guild's economy still being a bit on the weaker end of the spectrum. Well, D7 now falls, of course, the weaker one out of the three. Oh, it gets tricky, but that is all that ENCE will get for this round. And with that, the scoreline is all tied up.
It is. This is the first time that we've actually seen this. Guild has been very much on the back foot the entire series. This is the first time that we've seen them go even, potentially actually take the lead for the first time. But there's the AWP coming out on the other time for Zia now as well. So it's not going to be around just handed to them. They will have to fight for this. And I am quite curious to see how they're going to want to play this. Smoked off in mid, so they've got no information there. No eyes at all. I'm going to try blow a hole in the smoke. Have a little peek. Sees nothing. And considering that there is a little bit of a lack of players over on this B site they've scouted out, you can see them moving on over towards A. But already on site are Guild.
Massive kill. That is a very nice advantage now to have if you're ENCE to try and get this retake going. Still, it is a retake after all. You never know what can happen, but miLo here finds a follow-up on at least. Stands tall with the orb on the back of the side, but of course position now revealed. And with that, time will start to tick. ENCE will start to make a move. Spray transfer's actually really solid. KiTKaT finds 2 kills. He can continue to delay. Finds another, not quite before the bomb is defused, but at least will make him more costly here for ENCE.
Absolutely. Nothing that could be done there. That distraction just forcing KiTKaT further and further back there. Beautifully played from ENCE Athena to secure themselves around. It is quite expensive, but KiTKaT, such a fight put up there. Everything they could. Not quite able to clutch that one out, but as we said, looking much better and stronger from them already. They've got the money to buy back into this as well, albeit it's going to be a little bit shaky next round if they can't find anything here. So you're having a peek mid. Not going to see anything, just going to fall away.
Really push here, and surely those footsteps will be heard, so they need to be careful, but good damage dealt with the SMG. Not quite Aida with the M4 there. Does fall to her demise, and now they need to be careful. Re-smoke comes through. A bit of extra safety here secured.
Indeed. Has meant that Guild have not been able to find too much footing on the map so far, but very early days still. Minute on the clock. Now, there's going to be a little bit of a battle in mid going on here. Zia's got the angles, been holding it patiently. pullox going to have to be good on the trigger here, but Zia has the angle, holds their nerve, gets the kill. Emerson with 1 as well. Does put the advantage, I say advantage back in their favour. Does mean that they are on even footing here. But a lot of damage done. A couple of these Guild players hobbling through the round.
Oh, that's a very nice clear here by Guild. And with that, they can plant the bomb. Oh, and even deal with Zia. Yeah, what do? There's very little money to work with if you're ENCE. You try to make it more costly. Do you give it a go? You think you got this, or you rather just save your
You try get out alive, but now that that smoke's gone, ooh, luckily nobody quite watching that specific angle. But gets away, will just try save this weapon. Has a kit as well that is going to be important going into the next couple of rounds. But yes, we'll just be allowed to live. As we said, nobody's really got the money to be doing too much hunting this game.
And back
and that's
we
9-9.
go.
Is this going to be the start of a cat and mouse game? We saw quite a landslide on map number 1. Are we just going to see, you know, each team getting 2 rounds and the other doing the same?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these latter stages are going to be extremely impactful here, especially in terms of economy. If Guild can start to find a bit of a streak, then that economy build can actually perhaps help them get over the finish line. But yeah, well, the same can be said here for ENCE. Only problem being their money being a bit iffy. Probably a half-buy coming out here next. But then, most likely, it will give Guild the the lead here for the first time. And then you need to be quite considerate of how you can bounce back.
Indeed, as we are getting to the latter stages of regulation. But yeah, we've got that one saved over weapon. They've not been able to really buy much around it. And look at that nade already. So much damage. So you're going to have to be careful. Wanted to jump up there, I think, but Flashbang going to call her attention elsewhere. Just going to fall away as well. Not wanting to get caught out in the open anywhere that they can't really duck away and find cover if needed.
Guild aware of ENCE's economy situation. Not want to give anything up for free. Really taking the round step at a time. Clearing out these angles. Flash here does a perfect job. And even though miLo does find 2 kills. Okay, not quite able to pick up a weapon. That is, at the end of the day, a bit too risky. But it does scare Guild away. And now 30 seconds. They still have to get a move on. And maybe they want to see if they could get the bomb into another direction. Instead, they will go towards mid. Oh, and Zia had a timing. But a bit too panicky there on the spray. But now, teamwork is perhaps gonna make the dream work. That is a lovely follow-up by Waldy. And now, the setup is there. 3 players and 6 seconds. Surely ENCE got this. And they do. They are the first to make double digits.
Indeed, and off the back of only that one saved over rifle, incredible round for them to win there, not only for, for their economy, for the mental as well, and for not conceding that lead, which they've been clinging on to across both of these maps. And miLo there, the double kill, absolutely perfect. Everyone just sort of stepping up in their own individual ways. The fact that they, he said they got the timing on mid there, not able to get any of the kills, but being able to fall away and not dying there, absolutely huge.
Especially with that player being the one with the rifle and seeing how much impact Zia had with that single saved M4. Absolutely massive. Now they need to be able to convert on it. Of course, there is a slight investment here for Guild. AK, Mach-10s, and upgraded pistols. But thus far, okay, they're making it a bit tricky here. Suddenly, there is a player advantage in favor of Guild. But Z in a very good position. Does take damage, but also takes a kill home.
Bomb planted. They have both got kits. Zia, though, borderline dead person walking here. Molotov is going to be good. But again, that smoke meaning not much can be done. D7 going to have the perfect opportunity. Sprays through the smoke. Accidentally gets both as well. We talked about the low HP. The HE grenade that got sent through as well. Just softening them up as well. 10-10 on the scoreboard. Beautifully done from Guild.
Yeah, the nade actually not doing anything for that smoke there. They were hoping that it could fade away and then get D7 out of the way. Because actually, this setup was nice. You know, the deep incendiary to force her forward. If only the nade would have hit, I think they would have at least gotten D7. Then, you know, still what if scenario they would have gotten the second kill. But the ideas were there, so that the execution failed them, making this a 10-10. What a scoreline.
It is a lot closer of a game than we thought, and especially on a map that Guild haven't really played a whole lot. It's brilliant to see them stepping up. We said map number 1 of a series is the warm-up map. Definitely a lot more awake here on Ancient. Do have to be able to close this one out, though. Keeping the scoreline even is one thing. They do have to try find some consecutive rounds here if they want to try win this in regulation. Although, really, that goes both ways here.
Flashes come over, kill on both sides, and once again, each time a kill comes through, seems to be traded. Not quite in this case, though, and now Ana is planting on the back of that. Player advantage remains for Guild. An affair we have seen, for the last couple of rounds, and Wally here, the one to perhaps make the difference.
Has a little bit of utility to work with, trying to isolate these fights. Caught with utility, not going to be killed there, however, still another chance to go for this. But knows that there's one either side. D7 going to be the one to get the kill there. Beautiful round from them. 2 kills. Was it 2, 3? I think it was 2. And we talked about how D7 had been very quiet on Mirage. And how we talked them up a lot at the beginning of the game. We talked about, role switches allowing them to sort of maybe reach more of their full potential. And we're starting to see that a lot more in Ancient, 19 and 15, good scoreline as well. Not the front runner in the frag department. KiTKaT does have that honor right now, but definitely stepping up, and the impact that we talked about them having very clearly being shown here.
For sure, and it's especially here the second half in which she started to ramp up. Really in the element trying to open up the site for her teammates. And incredibly confident. It's just like she's a completely different person now on this map in comparison to Mirage.
I think it's just Mirage. I think that's the Mirage effect, isn't it? Ooh, beautiful nade there. However, run down. Kill from KiTKaT, however, to keep the numbers even. The trades have been really, really good on this map. Zia gets one. They're desperately trying to take KiTKaT down, and they just are unsuccessful. Gets 2 before finally falling. Has done so much, though. Bomb's still not down. Zia trying to find something about it. And Waldy, last left alive once again to try clutch up here. Just caught as they're trying to enter Cheetah. Does get the kill, however, but going to be met here by Nia. And that is a 12th round and map point to Guild. They do want to see Inferno. Although I haven't said that. It's not a map that they probably want to see, but it's good that they might be seeing map number 3. ENCE Athena, 2 in a row needed here.
Instead, they did do amazing damage in that previous round. But now you have to win 2 in a row to take yourself to an overtime. Not going to be easy. Then again, ENCE have been definitely showing good work in this half as well, but it's just been extremely close. Guild is just raising the bar right now and really preventing the mistakes from happening again. They've learned. They're stepping up big time. Zaya with a pretty cheeky off angle here. Flash. Ooh, she's actually right in front of it. She is going to be proactive with the orb, not backing down.
Indeed, unfortunately smoked off. They can't do anything about this just yet, and that will be the bomb plant coming on through. Spam is good, and pullox looking a lot worse for wear here as well, as they filter on over towards this A site. Player advantage and a lot of damage done on the remaining players on site. Have to be careful about that lurk from mid, however. Dealt with so perfectly. Now 2v5. Looks boosted up here. Spam isn't going to find any just near left. Trying to kill the defuser. Not going to be allowed any such chance. And that's an 11th round. One more needed for overtime. Final round of regulation. Do or die here.
12-11. Oh, we're really gonna go down to the wire. And who'd have thought after that first map, it looked like there perhaps was a bit of a skill gap between these two teams. But now on Ancient, that's not the case at all.
Zia, so confident, is astral projecting to play this final round.
Maybe quickly grabbing some water.
Grabbing a drink?
Grabbing support dog, who knows?
Oh, the emotional support dog. You know, that is exactly what I think they need here to take this fight around. Is I don't think there is a single player at CS whose mental would not be improved by having a cute puppy in the room. Unless they're allergic to dogs, in which case, maybe. But Zia is back. We are looking to get back into the game. But yes, it's not an amazing buy here from Guild to try close this one out. A little bit outmatched in the weapons department, but plenty of utility, and they've been putting it to good use. As you said, their HE grenade usage has been incredible, but they don't have any this round.
And not quite now. But HEs are not everything. There's still a good chunk of utility, actually on both sides, to be fair. You see now a little bit more packed, also have an orb in their hands, so perhaps everything they need in order to take us to overtime. One of those nades doing a bit of damage already early on here to KiTKaT. This Guild here takes steps into mid-ground. Instead, though, ENCE not looking to sit still, grabbing a bit of information by themselves as well. miLo does get tagged through the wood, needs to be careful not to overstep. But as information gained, they've pushed a bit deeper into B. Know that there were a couple players waiting outside, so perhaps a late B push could be coming into full effect.
Indeed, indeed. We can see Aida having a little look in mid. Isn't going to see anything as well. That's a lot of information to pass on over. No utility, no nothing. Although there's a couple of players gearing up, having a little bit of look at mid. Maybe as an option, depending on how this B push goes. I think you were right to call that a late round B push. As the utility comes raining down. Have to be careful in some perfect position. Tucked into the corner, but cleared out as well. Tia hiding in the smoke, can hear all of the commotion around her, but unable to see anything. When that smoke fades, however, might be in a little bit of trouble.
Oof. Massive kill here by KiTKaT, and that continues that bomb. Waldido will finish her, and still, ENCE maintain that player advantage, but it continues to be close. Time will be of the essence, but miLo gets it over the finish line. That is overtime incoming.
I was maybe not expecting that.
No, not quite. But here we are. And
what a start as
take
well.
us all the way.
We talked about ENCE having really good starts and then maybe losing a little bit of momentum at the well, I don't know whether it's ENCE losing momentum or whether it's Guild gaining momentum, because they've had very slow starts to both of these maps and then sort of had a nice little round, not quite 12 rounds. But which way do you think it is? Do you think there's Guild coming online, ENCE Athena maybe running out of steam a little bit towards the end?
I don't know. I feel like Aida side can take it. Like, especially how close the second half has been.
Bomb going down, but so much damage dealt to all of these players.
Yeah, they're caught in crossfire. Bullets swinging left and right, spamming all of these smokes. Still, it's close. 3v2. Players low on both ends of the spectrum. KiTKaT now being finished off, though. making this a very tricky job for Ana. Stuck in the corner with an orb, also right behind the smoke. And now shots fired, shots heard, information obtained. ENCE lock it in. And that is a round, or, well, score 13 for them. Round 1 here in overtime secured.
Is indeed, as you said, very difficult one there for Ana at the ends. The smoke towards it as well, that just sort of sealed the coffin a little bit there. Not much you could do. There was the switch to the AK, but by the time that they ran on over, bomb already defused. And we move on to the next round. And Guild, hopefully we can see them continue that little bit of firepower that we saw, the little bit of passion that we saw coming out from them as well. And they went for that early aggression, fallen back a little bit here as well, but it's just inadvertently given them so much map control. It's just space that Guild hasn't sort of moved into just yet, and the ENCE is at no risk of dying to, but still has. Very quiet round here. Guild do quite like to hang on and whittle down the time a little bit before making a move, which has worked quite well with getting a bomb plant and doesn't necessarily mean that they secure the round off the back of it. Actually, that bomb looking on heading over towards A?
Well, it smells yeah, it smells like that. Still so much control being taken over the map. D7 making so much noise, keeping those CTs busy over towards B. But sure, they will start to feel the heat. 20 seconds. Oh, if Aida could have done a bit more, perhaps that could have secured it. But now, 2 versus 4. Very tricky. And still a bit of util in the bank, so double looking at least to cover up some angles. And this is now the time for Ana to come alive. Great kill will be traded, but still a massive advantage here in favor of Guild. Hoping to tie up the scoreline once more. Tags across the table, have to reload, and then there's nothing you can do.
Indeed, 13-13, final round of this part of overtime. Of course, we've got a second half of overtime still to come. But looking good from both teams here, which is nice to see. It was a little bit difficult on Mirage, seeing ENCE sort of steamroll for as long as they did. But it's nice to see them both sort of playing off of this. Ana with the AWP may not reflect it in terms of the kills, but in a couple of these rounds, really big impact. Hasn't always necessarily had the chance, been a little bit overrun sometimes by ENCE Athena. Their utility usage has been on point. Already not much utility left for them here, but opening pick immediately traded as they start burning alive.
Oh, the timing on that. miLo was about to hold the angle, looked away, and now get punished. KiTKaT actually finds a double. It is not looking to stop, just marches onto that B bomb site. At least Aida does find pullox in the process.
You can see Volda there, not very happy about the re-smoke coming on through. Forced just to sit and wait for a little bit longer. And a third one. There's no flash to help them get through this, so they either have to sit this one out, play it risky, or maybe try escape with these weapons. Potentially try keep them onto this site, see if they can get a couple of kills. But ooh, managed to get through the smoke, but unfortunately not able to convert the round there. I don't know how Volde managed to get as far as they did. But 14th round, and actually Guild taking the lead. Is this the first time? No, they had the lead for a little bit towards 12. Yeah. It was 12-10, wasn't it?
Very briefly, but not quite the first time.
They were allowed the lead for 2 rounds. ENCE Athena now on the T side, which of course a slightly weaker side on this map. So a bit of an uphill battle for them.
You say slightly weaker, but ENCE has been doing pretty good when it comes
both
to
of these
that
teams have
T side.
been a little bit happier on their T side, it would seem.
Yeah. Oh, but look at this.
It's the economy, isn't it?
Gill taking no chill. Just going for this aggressive info peek here towards Speedway. And with that, they have a lot of control. These early smokes as well happen big time. But how will they capitalize on this? Because once those smokes will fade, being sure ENCE knows what's right around the corner, especially a re-smoke. I know they're being kept at bay. So they're going to be ready for people to be around that corner.
Very hesitant to peek still. Taking their time. A minute left on the clock here. Finally ready to pounce there. Pullox coming through, clearing out the angles. Gonna head up to join their teammates. And a little look in Cheetah, not seeing anything, but ultimately not their destination. Nia spots a couple. Has the backup here of pullox. Nade is going to be absolutely incredible. Do they suspect another player here? They get the first kill. They do their diligence and check, and they will take down pullox. And now Aida be storming this site.
Low time, but do manage to get it through, especially with so many players. So much util flying across the site, and it's nearly impossible for these guild players to still find a crack.
Ooh. Caught there. These flanks, unfortunately, they've been so good. That sort of sixth sense tingling a little bit and warning them of impending danger. And we see quite a few of them, unfortunately, shut down before anything could be found. And that'll be ENCE, as we said. Let Guild take the map lead, take the sort of map a little bit, 2 rounds, and then decide that playtime's over. Close the gap again. Of course, it is 1st to 16 now, unless both teams make 15, in which case we go again. The good old 16 for the win. We miss those days.
True. Has to be 2 in a row. And whoever gets this one is in a bit of a comfortable spot.
Once again, I think we'll go for the early information plays.
I think that incendiary was supposed to go right there. I think it was supposed to hold off the players over towards B. Now, quite luckily, there's not really much presence out towards that side. And today is where most of the action is at.
You see them moving on over towards this A site to help. I'd say that actually they're retreating back a little bit. Again, another quite quiet round from ENCE. Just holding fire a little bit, trying to whittle down this time. We're going for a little bit of a later push. This A site, I was going to say, a little bit under-defended, but with everyone so close by, the benefit of having that mid control, C7 going to stand and fight. Kills go back and forth. It's 2 for 2. But ENCE ultimately have sight.
A bit scared to plant the bomb. Oh, the liner bomb was perfect, but the bullet's just missing by miLo's head there. And I thought it was actually a relatively open bomb plan with CT completely open, no smoke to cover for it. And now that everything has disappeared, the fight is on. 2 on 2. Zia hears it. Oh, not quite landing the shot, and it will have to be on Aida. Leg has been spotted, but a tag in the process. And now pullox the one to try and clutch it out on the defuse. But the lineup is good. Aida finds the double onto 18 kills and finds a map and series point for ENCE.
That got very scary there from the plant, as you said, so close to not going down. Beautiful 1v2 there to close that one out. And Zia, talking of the AWPs, definitely a lot better on this map. And in terms of, you know, head-to-head against the AWPs here, definitely been struggling a little bit, has Anna on this map. Holding this angle, has the opportunity. First lines up for them, flashed off the angle. Has to fall back a little bit, but ready and waiting for the next now. The early information plays have been working really nicely for Guild.
They've been loving these deep smokes. But we've seen this sort of time and time again, and this has just been being patient. Every time a push comes around the corner, ENCE loves to punish. And now in this case, it is over towards his A-bomb site. ENCE is just patient in the early game. And to be honest, their executes onto the side have been pretty solid. So they're confident, and even with the early game going a bit more slower, they can still pick up the pace later on.
Here we go. Takes the first flight, unfortunately going to fall, but immediate trade coming on through. Molotovs there, allow them so much space, and the smoke's going to hold at bay Guild for a little bit longer. Now post plant established. All of these players pushing from the CT side.
Setup is really good though. We have a player tucked in the site. They can trade off one another, and there we have it. EMCE, oh, about to lock it in, a double kill, and you can see the happiness. ENCE, after a very tough battle here on this second map, they lock in the 2-0 victory.
They did indeed. Absolutely incredible showing in map number 1. Had a little bit of a struggle map number 2.